Hello, welcome once again to Math Made Easy with Prof. RSK. Today we are going to look at comparing numbers and we'll understand how two different numbers can easily be compared using greater and less. Join me as we break it down into 2, 3, 4 simple methods. I hope you enjoyed the class today. Without wasting much time, let's understand some few points. All right, so we have been given some numbers to compare. We'll do our best to be able to compare these numbers. First, you have to carefully look at the numbers that you have been given. The individual components or the individual figures that makes the numbers, and then we'll combine all of them to get the right answer. Now, if you are given numbers like this to compare, the first thing that comes into mind is for you to be able to differentiate between the two numbers. So the first method, which I am going to expose you to, is the method of counting. So you count these numbers and you count them as if we are counting the individual numbers. Okay, so here we have 1, 2, 3. You can write it in your jotter somewhere, but for the benefit of you, I want to write it here. So we have 3 numbers making this particular figure, and then we come here. We will also count 1, 2, 3, 4. For the benefit, I want to write it at the top, but it is not acceptable for you to write these numbers here. Do not write them here. You can write them in your jotters, or as you are working, you can write them somewhere so that it makes the working very easier. All right. So now that you have counted, you realize that this is made of this particular figure that was given, 998, is made up of 3 different numbers, only 3. But here we have 4 different numbers making this particular figure. So straight up it tells us that this number is more than this one, because this one has 3 digits and this one has more than 3. So this number is bigger than this one. So straight up, you don't have to waste a lot of time. And when you are eating and the food is very big, you have to open your mouth very wide in order to allow the food to enter. If you are taking in small food, then you need just a small mouth opening for the food to enter. Because the number is very big, we have to open the mouth of the value we are going to compare with. We have to make sure that we choose the one that the mouth is big, if I can say that, so that it can swallow the bigger number. So this one is bigger because it is 4. This one is smaller because it is 3. So we choose the one that the mouth is big to point towards the value. So we open it up like this and then bring it down like that. So because the mouth is very big, okay, or the mouth is open widely, it can swallow all these values. You see it, making it very easy for you to understand. All right, so we use the same principle here, because this is 3 digits. 1, 2, 3. We write it somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4. So already we know that this one is bigger, so it is greater. This is greater than this because this is 4 and that one is 3. All right, now let's look at this one too. You realize that this is 146 and this is 3,993. This is 4 and this is 3. So the value, this one is bigger. And so we open the mouth towards the bigger value, and then the smaller have just a small opening, just small, pointing towards the small value. This is the first method, and I want you to go through it, understand, practice, and solve more examples. I will see you in our next lesson with the second method. We have about 4 different methods that we are going to use to compare. All right? So the first method, you count. The bigger number gets the bigger share. The smaller number gets a smaller share. You get it? So you apply it just as it is. Thank you for watching us today. See you in our next video.